Hello there. I am a computer science major that is currently I'm currently working on studying to improve my computer science skills. What I wanted to do is I wanted to illustrate how I can work on projects by myself by explaining it through YouTube videos. So the first one I am going to do is I am going to build a password generator. It is a simple password generator that I have created using C++. I don't believe it has a good O notation, but this is only the first iteration that I'm planning on using, so I am going to start now. So, include IOStream. We need IOStream in order to use count and sin, which is going to be useful for user input. So, and also for console output, because when we use user input console output, it will be important for us to understand that. Now include string, because a string is an array of characters, and we are going to need an array of characters for our randomly generated password. Now include vector. We are making a vector because a vector is an array that can be manipulated and added onto. So first thing, using namespace std, standard, int main, and then we create our main file. So what I am going to add is, this is my variable declaration. So my variable declaration, first thing to declare, since we are going to be using a randomizer, I am going to set srand, which is a seed random, as time to 0. So that means that every time you operate this, you will get a different number, or not a different number, but a different password every single time. So that's my first thing. An int pass length. So what I am going to do with my password length is that this is going to dictate how long you want your password to be. String alphabet. This could be easier, but so we need an alphabet because we are making a password that has randomized numbers and letters. And then char nums. Where did I put that? Okay, there we go. Char nums is vector char passwords. So that is the vector where we are going to add all of our numbers to the password length. I am doing this from a separate computer because I have a separate computer with this. So that is my variable declaration. Now, input is this, count. Count is used for our input, so I'm going to ask how many letters or numbers should be in your password. And then sin is pass length. This is my password length. Now, that is our input. Now we are going to add the for loops. Now the for loops are important because I need to have for int I equals 0, I is less than pass length, and then I plus plus. Now because of this for loop, this is going to integrate through my password length, and it is going to go all the way up from 0 to whatever the password length is. Remember, arrays start at 0, not at 1. That is important, and that is why you do less than the integer instead of less than or equal to. So int even odd is rand less than 2, and then int rand. So the reason it's even odd rand 2 is because you put a randomized number and you get the remainder of 2. So remainder divisible by 2. The reason why we're doing that is because it creates a true false scenario. So where if you have a number, if it's divisible by 2, the remainder is 0. If it's not divisible by 2, the remainder is not 0. True false scenario. Very easy. Rand nums equals rand, which is dictated by the seed. So 9 plus 1 less than 0 plus 0. That is, so rand nums that is our limit of our randomizer. So it goes from 0 to 9, which is all the single digit numbers. Now rand 25 plus 1 minus 0 plus 0. Now that is because, remember, they go from 0 to 25. It does not go from 1 to 26. So even though A is character 1 in a string, it is character 0, and Z is character 25. If even odd 0, if even odd is 0, passwords, and then we do push back nums rand nums. So the nums array. So what we are going to do, it is going to randomize whatever the numbers are, and it is going to push it back into the vector. Then else passwords push back alphabet rand chars. What this is going to do is it is going to push the alphabet backwards, or well, not push the alphabet backwards, but so the even odd, this is where the even odd rand nums rand chars come into play. So even odd, if even odd equals 0, which means that if random is divisible by 0, then what it will do is it will push back whatever number it is of the rand numbers, and that's the only way that rand nums actually activates. Else, then what'll happen is that if it is 1 or any other number than 0, it will push back the alphabet rand chars. So on even, it'll push back a number. On odd, it'll push back a letter. Now we can end this for loop, and we can start the one that actually pushes. What I like to do is I like to do I and J, so I can separate my for loops and make them more easier to understand. Passwords.size J. What this is going to print out is the password that you requested. Now we're going to run it. All right, so this is an edit that I did because it wasn't really showing very well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the password generator part of it, because now that I'm running it, I can actually show you how it works. So how many letters, numbers should be in your password? I put 5. It gives me an assortment of 5 letters or numbers. If I run it again, how many letters or numbers should be in your password? I do 8, and it gives me 8. So that is a good demonstration of how my program works. All right, thank you for watching. I will update this the next time I am working on this.